Gachiakuta has gotten so much hype before its anime release, so let's take a look at the first 2 episodes. We start in the underground of the city where all the trash is being held. There's some guard here just chilling, but then he sees someone digging through some trash and says, "You're ruining the beauty of our city," and sounds the goddamn alarm like, bro, you were gonna throw that shit away anyways. 2 more goons appear, and Trash Boy over here throws Danmachi and Ari Furita at them, and damn, those 100 episodes hit like a truck. He vents, and then more goons arrive, and our boy is going crazy, dodging 3 bullets at point blank. Our boy is agile as fuck. He even uses this pipe as a foothold, and that's where the animation budget ran out. Like, what is this, guys?
What?
We just got stormtroopers now. Our boy gets grazed with a gunshot, but then is able to hide as the guards run by and leaves through the sewers. And damn! I'm not gay, but he is low-key a pretty boy. Anyways, they're really overreacted over a little trash. We're taken to the city, where everything is pristine, and I mean squeaky clean. But if you ever played a Final Fantasy or Warhammer 40k game, you know these hive cities are always a sign of corruption. And right here is exactly what I mean. Some people are talking about the trash raid we just saw and blame it on the tribesfolk, and start talking shit about this guy near them being filthy and disgusting. I'm sure you know exactly what's coming. You know, Arcane's Piltover and Zon. Hell, Final Fantasy's slums and main city works too. Either way, it seems like we're in for a ride. We're back with our boy, and he's fixing up some trash he collected across the border, and this girl walks up to him. Why the fuck she got such big ears? Holy shit, she's looking like Dumbo. Anyways, her name is Chiwa, and she calls Trash Boy Rudo. Chiwa's just trying to help Rudo out, warning him that there's no telling what the wealthy people will do if he gets caught. But Rudo's just like, they're always throwing useful stuff out. Also, I make money off this stuff. Then these punks come over and start throwing shade at our boy, talking about how he's the son of a murderer. But like, bro, you do not want to mess with this kid. Like, do you even see his eyes? Anyways, this punk is shitting on Rudo's dad for being a murderer, and Rudo sits him down like a dog with a single glance. Like, look at their faces. Bro literally has Conqueror's Haki. Not even gonna lie, it's crazy how much aura this kid has. Anyways, can we talk about how skinny Chiwa is? Like, she's got the Find My 8 Pages build. Chiwa says that she doesn't think Rudo will turn out like his dad, and Rudo's just like, thanks. She compliments Rudy's work with the dog plushie and thinks it's really cute, to which Rudy says, that one's not for sale. I was thinking. Chad, is this Riz? Okay, but let's be for real, that was a really cute scene. But then bro gets cog-blocked by her mom. After heading home, this guy named Regto is waiting for him. And right when he gets home, Regto imitates Rudo like, that one's not for sale. I thought you might... Bro is actually funny as hell. Okay, getting back to business. Apparently, Regto found Rudo when he was young and has raised him since. So Regto thinks that Rudo's trying to repay him some debt by collecting all this trash. But Regto's like, bitch, you don't gotta do shit. I got you until you're an adult. Alright, low-key goated. Rudo says he's not repaying anything and that he's just showing his respect as a family. To which Regto goes, wish you could be that honest to Chiwa. That's crazy. Then Regto patches up Rudo's wound from the bullet earlier, and Rudo goes and says that this wound was nothing compared to the ones that his dad left him with. Now, when I say what the fuck, I mean what the fuck. Like, why do his arms look like Deku's arms after Detroit Smash? Doing that shit to your own son is crazy work. Apparently, the gloves that Rudo now wears are from Regto and help him with the pain. While they're on the topic of Rudo's father, Regto starts talking about the pit and how criminals like Rudo's dad are sent there. And then Regto continues his goatedness and tells Rudo to give Chiwa the dog touch tomorrow with a sweet kiss. I love this guy. After their conversation, we see this masked person standing near Rudo's house like a lost ass dog. Kinda weird, but okay. Moving on to the next day, Rudo's trying to smile before he meets Chiwa, but he manages to look like Shigaraki somehow. Like, what are we doing? We're just throwing the bag. Then Rudo starts walking over to Chiwa's house and sees the pit. Honestly, I thought the pit was like a metaphor or a name or something, but no, it's just a huge ass pit. Wait, is that Danmachi? Guess it made it all the way here. That's when Chiwa appears. Rudo, you could end up there if you're not careful. Regto said the same thing. He worries about you because he loves you too. Too? Yo, bro is shook. He does not know what to say. He's looking like Saitama with that blank ass stare. Rudo gives her the puppy and she's like, I'll treasure it forever. Oh my god, bro makes the goofiest of faces. But he low-key has Riz. Now he's going off to brag to Regto. And nope, these bitches are here. And once Rudo finally gets home, we learn that Masked Guy has just murdered the most likable character in the entire show. What the fuck? Rudy gets hella angry, but it doesn't even matter because he gets packed up worse than Mahito when he was facing Nanami and Itadori. And then the mask guy just leaves with Regto's notebook. What an asshole. Why the fuck did he kill Recto just to get that notebook? In his last words, Recto tells Ruto to run and fix this shit heap of a world. Then the guards find Ruto over Recto's dead body and think he's the murderer. Now the world is just straight up against him. Chiwa! Recto's been killed! Go and find the culprit! I was wrong about you. You are like your father. Even Chiwa doesn't believe him. She was a bitch, bro. She was a bitch. She had no belief in him. Ruto has every single right to start his villain arc right now, and it seems like he pretty much does. He declares his hatred for the world, gets a glance of Recto's killer, and then he drops. His old life is over now. No, I'm just kidding. Making an edit after the first episode is crazy work. But I think we can all agree that Ruto has been through some shit. Anyways, moving on. How the fuck did bro survive that fall? And is that a trash dragon? Ruto's just running from the trash dragon and it calls a couple friends to help it. He's fast enough to dodge, but the air is polluted and it's screwing up his lungs. But his hate for everyone that sent him to the pit and his drive to avenge Recto pushes him to fight back. He grabs a pipe and holy shit! Ruto's actually going off. We get a clip of a masked man looking in Ruto's direction, then go back to his fight with the trash monsters. Ruto's able to land some hits, but it's getting thrown around like a doll. Wait guys, I just want you to listen to this. Bro throws the pipe, giggles, and just gets smashed. Like, bro, what are you laughing for? Then he throws this railroad crossing sign and it cuts the arm off this monster. Two other monsters are charging at him, but then he picks up a metal sheet and slices both of them. Ruto by himself took down 3 of those trash monsters. However, all is not well yet. The biggest monster we've seen so far arrives, and Ruto's thrown to the guy we saw earlier. He gives Ruto a breathing mask, and Ruto's like, "What is this place?" "Be quiet." "Who are you?" "Shut up." And thanks to Ruto's screaming, the trash dragons know exactly where they are. Mask Guy says they're trash beasts and you can't take them down with ordinary weapons, but they also react to sound. And here is where all the budget went from the first episode. The Mask Guy whips out his Shikai and shreds this beast to, shreds with his umbrella. It seems this umbrella is no ordinary weapon. Oh shit. Mask Guy launches into one and blows it to smithereens. 1, 2, 3. Then he jumps off of this monster's head and starts floating like Mary Poppins. Deflects some trash gunk, launches himself upwards, and uses gravity to cut this bitch into 1,000,000 pieces. God damn! And with that, the fight is over. He takes his mask off and introduces himself as Engine and is like, holy shit, this place fucking smells. And Ruto passes out. While he's unconscious, Ruto dreams of the time Recto talks about souls inhabiting objects if you treat them with care, which may be closer to the truth than he thinks. Our boy wakes up in chains and Engine is bringing him somewhere, but Ruto is just like, I gotta get back up, dude. Engine says, that's not really possible. I'm like, dude, look up. That's the sphere. That's where you fell from. And it's always on the move. In any case, it's not possible to get up right now. Once they get to where Engine was bringing him, Ruto gets thrown in front of what looks like a gas station. Have fun, and Engine leaves. Ruto is approached by some random people, and they all seem very nice. Until they chain him inside of their truck. Bro actually got duped so hard. They start talking about how everyone on the ground, which is where they are now, hates Spherites because they threw all their trash down into the ground and ruined their civilization. So they're planning on selling him and his clothes and pretty much everything he has because he's a Spherite and nobody likes him. They start shoving garbage in his mouth and Ruto just bites this guy's flesh off his bone. Why bro acting like Itadori? Ruto's just eating this shit saying it's all edible and he just gets pissed off with all this name calling. Sphere this and ground that, tribesfolk this and trash that, and he just crashes out. And when he shows this face, like, you already know these guys are cooked. We see Engine looking at Ruto from a distance, and he's getting excited, saying that people who can give life to objects and draw out their power are called givers. Looks like our boy is one of those people. Ruto slams down the chain and almost gets a double kill. The goons knock the chain out of Ruto's hand because they think it'll disarm him, but bro just grabs a tire and turns it into another weapon and beats them all up. Before he beats the last one up, Engine stops him and tells him to join the cleaners, to which Ruto's like, I'd rather not, and passes out. Like and subscribe.